Everybody, what's up? Welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well, and I hope you're in the mood for a very twisted, grown-up fairy tale, because that's what I've got for you today is a amazing series. So, how many of y'all have watched Once Upon a Time? It's basically like Disney's version of a soap opera. And that is the vibes that I got from the series that I just found. That I want the friggin' final book so bad, but even on the author's website, I can't find any mention of it. I only know the title because the end of the second book went, hey, and coming soon is this one. It is the Ever After trilogy by Barbara Anino, and this has some language in it, starting with the titles. The Bitches of Ever After and the Bitches of Enchantment. And it's called that because, well, everybody calls our princesses that don't know they're princesses bitches, including themselves. And that's one of the nicer things they call themselves, isn't it, little man? Because to start off, we have 5 princesses. We've got Snow White, who is kind of the star of the show. Cinderella, who is a drunk divorcee. Belle, one of my favorites, who don't mess with her, she will stab you. We've also got Aurora, who is a car thief and very quick to fight you if you wake her up or otherwise bother her. And Rapunzel, who is now a stripper and very proud of what she's working with. Though not very fond of the clientele at the strip joint. Basically the premise of this is, I say it's got very much Once Upon a Time vibes, is because all of these princesses are, criminals that are now in Granny's little, reform home, halfway house, if you will, and no longer in enchantment. And they don't know that they are princesses. They don't know that there's magic because they have been cursed into this new town where there's next to no magic except for the evil witch who brought them there so she could have all the power, because, of course, she was totally done wrong and it's the princess's fault and everybody needs to pay. But they don't know what they're paying for because they don't know what they've done. Even when the curse kind of sort of starts breaking and we find out who the bad guys are, princesses figure out that they're princesses, they're still not really sure what they're being punished for. As we find out very early on that Red Riding Hood, or Judge Red, is the one that cursed everybody, because she's evil. And, it's no fair that they got to be royalty and they have power. Well, screw them, I'm taking them down. Now they're all criminals and I'm gonna punish them severely. Find a way to ruin their lives forever. And, we sort of eventually get a clue as to why she did this. Partially because, her and Robin Hood did not work out. Big surprise there. She was evil. Even when they all knew what was what, she was still a spoiled brat with, a chip on her shoulder. And now she's the only one with power, kind of like Regina or, the evil queen in Once Upon a Time. So, it is so much freaking fun. And, we start off with, everybody cussing each other out and almost getting into a fight, and Snow White turning out to be this horrendous criminal, but we don't get to find out why. She's been sentenced to Granny's home and 3 months of community service and group therapy till way later. All we know is it's a very heinous crime, and oh my gosh, you can't believe she did this, and now she's gonna have to tell everybody in group therapy, including the hot therapist that has a crush on her but is not going to admit it because he's professional and he doesn't do humans outside of therapy because, they're just unhappy, in trouble, and no. But, oh my god, this helpful, beautiful, absolute damsel in distress. It must be a mistake. She's totally innocent. No way somebody that beautiful and dainty is bad, which we all know the prettier and tinier they are, the more evil they are, because they can get away with it. I might have played pigtails and pulled stuff on occasion. No one ever suspects the curly pigtails, right? Except for the other ones that are pulling it. But so we've got that going on, and then we kind of start breaking the curse, and we go on to the second book, and oh, it is so freaking good. We get to meet more characters. We get to meet my favorite, Ariel, as well as, Peter Pan and Wendy, and we've got Tinkerbell, who do not mess with Tinkerbell. She might be tiny, but she is extra evil with all her glitter. She ain't as sweet as that sparkle seems. And just, Ariel she might actually be the worst of them all. And I'm good with that. This is, like I said, this is Once Upon a Time. It's adult. There's no, spassy going on. It's just a lot of language and a lot of adult situations. And then violence. And Ariel has a foul mouth, is not fond of children, and she can definitely be a violent one. You do not want to cross her. And I love it. We find out kind of who's involved, from day one, because we get our opening chapter is from one of the Grimm's brothers. So that is freaking awesome. We have, all these fairy tales, and they pull in from other areas, but that would be a huge friggin' spoiler, even though we kind of know, because the final book in the trilogy is the Bitches of Oz. So we know, Wonderland, or not Wonderland, but Oz is coming into this, so we're gonna have some Dorothy and some wizards and some tornadoes. I don't know how exactly this is all going to play out, or when it's coming out. I really freaking need to know. I looked it up and I couldn't find it anywhere on Amazon, even though this is a Kindle Unlimited series. I couldn't find it on her page when I went to the author's page, but at the end of the second book, Bitches of Oz, coming soon, and I need it. And she has several other series that I totally have to go try. So if you want some super adult foul language, so much fun, like Disney Once Upon a Time vibes, go check this out. And oh my freaking god, I read both books in a weekend because they were just that good. So I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, and I will see you soon. Bye! Happy reading!